Right, welcome back to the polytunnel, everybody. Does that mean that I'm now a polytunnelist? Is that a thing? I don't know. Anyway, I thought it'd be nice to have some flowers and some colour. So I was in Tesco's and I picked up a load of different seeds. So this is going to be how to plant seeds 3 ways, because as it happened, there's 3 sort of types of seeds. One's big, that's the sunflower. 2 are relatively straightforward. That's the sweet William and the cornflower. So this is going to be dedicated to my nephew William over in Australia. Thanks for watching. He's not sweet, but he's William. And thirdly, now this is where I need help. If anybody knows how to do these something like decently, just leave it in the comments, because I also got lobelia and petunia. Though I can't even get the seeds out the bloody packet, let alone sow them. So I don't know how I'm going to get on with that. So anyway, let's start with the straightforward one, the sunflower. Compost, Jack's Magic, mixed with vermiculite, fine vermiculite, like I normally do. 9cm pots, my little square compactor squisher thing, and they're supposed to be 10 to 15 centimeters, and that happens just to be sort of my fingernail depth. So all I've done with them is put it in the pots, push down with my finger, the next one's a bit more interesting. It's what I call the stick and tongue method. Yeah, stick and tongue. Well, yeah, it's got you thinking, isn't it? Right, so that's them. Where's the seeds? I thought sunflowers would be really cool. Something, never grown sunflowers before, never done much gardening before. So, right, whack them in there. Like that there. Like that there. Oh, while I'm at it, Elaine at Allotment Joy, brilliant channel, love her garden, so much going on, it's brilliant. If you watch the last video, I lost my spoon, long story, but anyway. So she suggested I get a utility belt, so that's what I've done. I've got the utility belt, so I've got my spoon, and I've got my pruners, and my faithful Pico pencil, and me bit of twine, all at hand. I feel like a cowboy, so I can't lose it. Anyway, I'm going to forget where I've got to in here now, and I in there, bish bash bosh, lovely jubbly. In there like that. And I got a fine watering can. I haven't lost that. Give it a go over with that. Soak the seeds really well, because I figure big seeds need a good soaking. And just push them in. And over the top, I'm going to put some fine vermiculite. I think vermiculite is like the best thing in the world. Stops things drying out. Stops the compost going hydrophobic. I know, it's a long word, isn't it? But basically, if it dries out too much, it repels water rather than soaks it up. But vermiculite helps stop that. Push that in here. This is Sinclair fine vermiculite Pro version. Got it off Marketplace, cheap. I think Marketplace is just one of the best places for finding stuff. But there we go. Right, so that's that. Oh, top tip. If you've got to keep something sealed, obviously you want to keep your vermiculite dry so it don't go all manky, is reusable cable ties. So you can zip it up and press the button and unzip it again. Really useful. Top tip. I ain't got many, but that's one. Right. Right. I'll get rid of these. Oh, put a label in. Put the label in, Pete. And then I'll put these on the floor and give these another watering. That's them. Let's move on to the next method, what I call the stick and tongue method. Right, next up, we got pretty straightforward ones. That's the Sweet William and the cornflower. I say pretty straightforward because the seeds are a reasonable size. But can somebody explain Sweet Williams to me? Because it's a bit confusing. Because it says sow April, May, June, July. It says flowers April, May, June. How does that work? Is it a bit like wallflowers where they go dormant over the winter and then flower again next year? I don't know. Hey ho, they look pretty. They were in Tesco's. These are all Unwin's seeds. Not that that makes much difference, I don't expect. So these are little black ones. So they're pretty straightforward. Just pinch them and sprinkle. Like Ainsley Harriet sprinkles his condiments. I've pre-watered this with fine rose on the watering can. So that's the Sweet Williams. I'm just doing half a tray of each. Next up is the cornflower. Now, they're quite cool. They look like little darts. You know, if you was a pygmy blowpipist, I can see you using these. Anyway, now, because Elaine told me to get my utility belt, I can find my stick. And if you want to sew something that's quite small, but you want to sew it individually with a bit of precision, just another way of doing it. Get a stick, whittle the end till it looks a bit like a matchstick. This is a stick and tongue method. So you get your stick, dab it with your tongue so it's wet, and then it picks up the seed really easily, and you can be a bit more precise. Right, I'll finish doing this, but I'll fast forward it, and all done in the best Benny Hill fashion. Right, so that's the cornflower in. Now both of these, can you hear that rain pattering on the polytunnel? Ha! But I'm dry and warm and it's brilliant. So tight. This can have a covering, so I'm going to cover it with, guess what? Fine vermiculite. No, it's not ready yet, Dad. Right, and then that I'm going to put on the floor and give it another going over with a fine rose and the watering can. And stick the 2 labels in. Beauty. That's them done. Now, the dodgy ones next. Give them a go. Right, this could be interesting because it's really raining quite heavily on the tunnel. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me. I've got noise cancelling on the ferry mic, so hopefully it's not stupidly loud. But, right, lobelia and petunia. I've soaked the tray really well because you don't cover them with anything. They're that tiny. You just leave them alone. But, I mean, you're having a laugh. How are you supposed to get that out of the packet? Anybody got any ideas on this? I mean, I'm figuring just tilt it and push them off, but I think they'll even stick to my finger. Oh, hello. Here we go. Oh, we're off. Right, so literally just dislodging them a little bit. And then tapping the packet seems to work. And reading the packet, they say sort of plant them in little clumps for best result. So we'll see. Now these should have a cover on them. I haven't got one up here, so they'll be all right for tonight. But tomorrow I'll put a bit of cling film over them just to give them a bit humid or keep them a bit humid. Right, that's that. That's a lobelia. But check out the petunia. Comes in its own little vial. There again. This could be fun getting these out of here. They're stuck in the top. Woo. It'll be interesting to see if this grows. Can you mix it with something like sand, or would that do it? Like mix it up, or does it not really matter? Just give it a flick. It won't even come out. There we go. Whoop. Let's break that. Right, stick in my 2 labels. Boom. Job done. Planting seeds 3 different ways. This way, I have no idea how to do it better. If anybody's got any tips on how to do it a bit better, let me know in the comments. Right, that's it from a rainy polytunnel. Probably a bit noisy, but I don't care. It's dry and I'm in my new polytunnel. Well, once again, thanks for watching. Cheers and gone. Take care, William.